Welcome everyone. In this video I will talk about more stats about the BZ-68. So first let's go and check the crew of this tank. We have here 4 crew members. The first is the commander with the radio operator skills as well. Then we have the gunner, the driver and the loader of this tank. Let's move on now. This tank has 2 guns. This is the main gun, the 130mm caliber, and this is the second gun which can be researched, I assume, for 65k experience. And let's talk about the first gun, which has 500 of damage and 660 on HE. The penetration goes, we have here 248 on AP, 315 on heat, and 65 on HE. The reload of this 15.5 second, which means you can shoot 3.8 shells. That means 2k damage, 2.052k damage. The accuracy of this gun which is really low. The accuracy is 0.42 dispersion value and aim time 3.1 second. These are both terrible stats. Now the 152mm caliber gun. This is the HE gun. First we have two type of shells here. The first is deals 1050 alpha damage and the second deals 750 alpha damage, but the penetration on the first shell is only 50mm, which is just not enough. And the second has this is hash ammunition now with 210mm of base penetration value, so everyone will use this. Instead of this can be good if you flank a tank or you go behind one of the paper tanks, or because 50 is not that enough even to pen from behind many tanks in the engine. So yeah, definitely it's only for paper tanks. This has 19.5 second reload time, and this means we will have here, if you are using the 1050 alpha damage gun, in this case the shell, in this case we will have 3.2k alpha 3.2k DPM. But if you're using the 750 alpha damage, your DPM will be only 2.3k. So, and most people will use the 750 alpha damage shell because of the good penetration value, not the 50. So in this case you have 2.3k DPM, which is not great again. And on the base gun you have 2k DPM, so this tank doesn't really have a good DPM, it's lacking the DPM. And the accuracy of this gun is 0.38 dispersion value at 3 second aim time. So this is just as bad as the first one. It's just unbelievable how 3 second aim time is really long, and dispersion value is 0.38. It's just terrible. Then the DPM is lackluster. So these are the 2 guns of this tank. And let's check now the stats of this tank again, because we have here we have the HE gun with 150 alpha damage, and here we have the basic gun with 530 alpha damage. So as you can see, the penetration on the base ammunition type 248, here 50. And let's go down here. This is the DPM of this tank, the reload time of this tank, it will go down to 14.3 second and 18.7. That 18.7 is still long. For 750 alpha damage, you have to reload for 18 second. So yeah, it's not the greatest full time. Threat rotation 25, defender has 27. So cut depression is 8. The accuracy, this will go down 2.7 and 0.4, and here 2.8 and 0.36. But yeah, look, this is already looking good, 0.36, but this 0.4 is just unbelievably bad. As you can see, the DPM is 2.2k, and here 3.3, but if you're using the 750 of damage shell, you will have only 2.3k, so the DPM is not the greatest on any of these guns. HP, armor, I talked about in yesterday's video about this. And let's go here. This tank weighs in 60 tons, it's a heavy tank, definitely. HP, we have here the specific power, the speed 35 on forward and 14 reverse. Here in the jet boost mode, you will go with 53 km per hour for 10 seconds, and you can do this 5 times in a battle. That's it. And halter was 329, defender has 31. So yeah, for comparison. The camo value, heavy tank camo value, obviously, view range 180 meters and signal range 750. So the ammo type for the basic 130mm caliber gun, we have here 30 shells in the tank. which cost 1,100, and the penetration value is low, 248. It's low. This is not enough for tier 9 and tier 10 tanks. You have to shoot the heat. But here we have your shovel speed is 1050 meters per sec, which is actually good on a AP shell. I like this. The heat has 315 millimeters of base penetration value with 930 meters per sec shovel speed. This is good for a heat shell, so it's okay. And it's really expensive. 5,200 credits for. I mean, it's worth because you deal 530 alpha damage, but still, definitely really expensive to spam full heat on this tank. And you will have to do this because 248 is not enough. And now the HE with 65 millimeters of base penetration value with 660 alpha damage, which is really good. And the shell's speed is 850 meters per sec. Good for an HE shell. Definitely not slow. Any of these shells are not slow. And the cost of this is 1k credits. It's cheap. And the penetration is 65, actually good. So these are the stats for this tank. Now, thank you guys for watching. Please like, subscribe, and stay tuned for the next upcoming news about this tank.